students will be able to understand the biological changes in their body when they reach the age of puberty through sexual
education.
students.
A student or children can understand their puberty change when they are come to secondary school.
Without it,
they will continue to confuse what is happened.
yes.
Okay, so I come to my second point. Okay, why is important? The second is we have to understand our own.
We have to understand.
We have to understand our own sexuality. Do you know what is sexuality? How many of you can differentiate the difference between sex and gender? Want to try?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Sex and gender?
Yeah.
Sex is about female and male, and gender is about things that male and female can do. Things that, how to say?
Okay, I get your idea.
Yeah.
Okay, it's something like sex is a biological determinant of male and
Cannot be
female.
changed.
Okay, cannot be changed. If you're born female with your reproductive system and you're born as a male as your reproductive system, that's the sex. So what is gender? Gender is socially demand or socially decided what a man or a woman should be. So why this important? Why this important for men and women to know their sexuality? Because something like that. Okay.
Through sexual education,
it will explain such as when you are a girl but you play sand, you play lorry, the car, what would your mom do to you? Okay.
What?
Maybe it's not really obvious for this, but what if a guy, a man, they are playing a doll, Barbie doll. You can imagine the situation. Even someday, if your children, a guy, play a baby doll, what will you do? Wow, you are a guy, why you play the doll? Come here, play the sand. Is it like that? Okay, maybe. So it's important for us to know our own sexuality beyond the sex and the gender is because we want to avoid the transsexual things to happen. We don't want to say, I am a girl but born with a boy body. Or I'm a boy but born with a girl body. So this is to avoid us to have the idea of, I'm actually a man, so I want to transsexual. So this is important for a young children to know their sexuality. So this is the importance of the sex education.
number 3.
Number 3. I forgot. Number 3. So when we know our biological changes, when we know our own sexuality, so the number 3 can bring us to a healthy relationship between man and woman. So when you choose a boyfriend, when you choose a girlfriend, you will know what you will know what you should do between girl and between man. That's all.
Sexual education will teach the child. Continue on that point.
So I want to
Make the connection to sexual education. Through sexual education, the third point.
The third point, through sexual education, we can understand our own sexuality so that we can perform well in a relationship between your girlfriend or your boyfriend.
So let me repeat the 3 reasons why.
Yes. Let me repeat the 3 reasons why sex education is good and important. First, you have to understand your biological change, especially when you have a children, you have to tell them. Second is you have to understand your own sexuality when you become a man or when you become a woman. The third one is through these 2, the first point, you can deliver a good relationship between your spouses. That's all.
Therefore, what do you want us to do now? If you are convinced,
Therefore,
I would like to urge all of you
I would like to urge all of you,
to do what?
I would like to say that you still thinking that sex is a shy thing?
No,
Let's talk about sex.
you're not talking about sex. You're talking about sexual education.
Yeah, sex education.
So, ask us to support the proposal for sexual education. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen,
Therefore, ladies and gentlemen,
I would like to urge all of you
I would like to urge all of you
to support
support the important
the government proposal
support the government proposal
to implement.
to implement sex education in school.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.